Hello guys, happy sunny Saturday. Sorry for my baggy eyes, I'm just seeing it on the camera. I've literally just woke up just an hour ago, so I'm still getting up for that. So today, unless you have any burning questions, which of course you can always ask after I finish my short input. Sorry about the noise, the wind just closed the door for me. I'd like to talk about mental health and how aromatherapy and massage can be helpful. Mental health is quite a big thing for me, and I think actually for everyone. There is still also stigma and shame and guilt around that, which is not very helpful and doesn't help people when it comes to sharing what's going on for them, even with the therapist sometimes. So first of all, hello Peggy and Sophia, thank you for joining. First of all, I'd just like to reiterate that there is no negative connotation to mental health. Mental health just means the health of our mind, the same way when we talk about physical health, which means the health of our body. So, you know, we all have body and we all have a mind. If we don't, we probably have an issue and are a ghost. So, of course, with the mind and body, we then can either be healthy, not so healthy, or quite ill. So, you know, when we talk about a body, so we can have a cold, which we kind of get over in a week. We can have a pneumonia, which will take us a bit longer. You know, there is, illnesses like cancer and all sorts that are actually very dangerous and deadly. Thank you, Peggy. I'll try not to make ghosts angry. And with the mental health is the same thing. Like, you know, like as a physical health, having cold or pneumonia or cancer does not change who you are. It doesn't change you as a person or your value in the world. Doesn't make you good or bad. It just makes you ill. You know, you get help, whether it's from doctors or alternative therapies, whatever you choose, until you get better. Or you don't. Unfortunately, there are some cases when it just goes too far and, you know, some ends are sad, but that's part of life too. And that's another thing we need to talk about as well, you know, that illness and death are part of life and quite often actually linked to mental health, explicitly or explicitly. So when it comes to mental health, is the same thing. You know, we can have a small anxiety attack or feel a little bit low, or it can be as bad as have a full-blown anxiety attack or long-term depression, or, you know, even going further like schizophrenia and split personality disorder, you know, all these kind of more extreme versions, psychopathic and psychotic conditions. You know, there is so much out there. There is massive range of mental illnesses. Again, you know, having mental illness does not change who you are as a person, what's your value in the world. It just makes you ill, sometimes in quite invisible way to the, you know, to the world. Like if you have some kind of skin infection, everyone can see you have a skin infection. If you have a physical disability, everyone can see you have a physical disability. On the mental side, it's not necessarily so visible and so apparent. So it can be much harder to deal with. But again, as I said, it does not change who you are as a person and your value in the world as a person. And for most of the conditions of our mental health, there is help. we can get better. Sometimes, unfortunately, we cannot. It's the same, like, with the physical health. Sometimes it just goes so far that, there is just one way out of this, so to speak. But most of the time, there is help. And even if you can fix things, you can at least make the quality of life better. And of course, less judgment from the community and from the society definitely helps. You wouldn't want to be judged as a bad person if you had a cancer. So why is it okay to be judged as such if you have a depression? Just an example. So first of all, let's be clear on what mental health is, that remove that negative connotation of that. And let's talk about it, because it's okay. It's just as important as physical health. There is no shame in it. We all have mental health as just as we have a physical one. And we all, hello, Kathy, we all get ill in one way or another. We all get colds, and I haven't met a person yet that would never be physically ill in their life. And I bet you that I haven't met a person yet that had not been mentally ill in their life. We all go through those stages in our life, whether it's caused by external circumstances. So, it might be something that's happened in our life, that's whether we lost someone we love, and then grief can bring on depression. We've lost our job, which becomes stressful and overwhelming because how are we going to pay a mortgage, our bills, whatever it is. It can be actually physiological circumstances. So especially for women, changes in hormones, whether on a monthly basis or, with menopause. It can be changes in the brain, so head traumas, you hit your head, go to coma, whatever, and you wake up with your mental health not intact for whatever reasons. Taking drugs, taking medications, drinking alcohol to excess, even certain foods can change the quality of your mental health. So, there is, to a certain level, we have control over it. To some level, not always. Sometimes we can't choose what we're born with. The same way some people are born with physical disabilities, sometimes they're born with mental health disabilities. Sometimes it's self-inflicted, the same way, if you overeat, you can end up with diabetes or obesity, but you can also end up with quite severe mental health issues because of what you eat and how much of it. And that's something that to a certain level we have control over. But sometimes we need help. Sometimes we need help to recover from these. Sometimes we need assistance to, the same way that when you have that pneumonia, cancer, whatever, and you go to hospital, you go to doctors, you go to see therapists, take medication or herbal remedies or whatever to help you feel better. The same we need with mental health. We not necessarily always can deal with everything on our own. And it's okay to ask for help. And there is help out there, lots of it. There's always space for more, but there is help out there, and it's okay to ask for it and deal with whatever is going for you, however small you think it is compared to everyone else, or however big. You're not alone in this. We all live, we all human, so we all have shit going on in our life. Yes, and I swore, and I will probably a little bit be swearing throughout this Facebook Live because I feel very passionate about mental health. Because it's personal, I've gone through depression, I've gone through stages in my life when I've been suicidal, I've gone through stages in my life when I experienced intense grief after my husband died. And I've had massive lows when I really didn't feel like going on. So, and I feel better now, I am free of depression. And not just because I kind of somehow one day woke up and it was all gone. It's because I've done lots of work. I had lots of help, professional help as well as from friends. I've received lots of therapy on physical level as well as, the talking therapies. I've had wonderful, supportive friends. I've done lots of work on myself, lots of kind of writing and journaling and kind of questioning myself, not believing my mind, whatever shit it's telling me that's the holy truth and nothing but the truth. It's been hard work. It's been crazy shit, hard journey, but here I am. And am I somehow perfect? No. Do I still get lows and bullshit situations coming in my life? Absolutely. But I am still human. And I am, wishing to stay so for some time. So I am now putting in place prevention as well to make sure that I maintain my mental health just as well as I'm exercising and, eating as well as I can to maintain my physical health. I'm also, working on learning processes and learning techniques in recognizing what's going on in my head and how to deal with it. Now, obviously, if you have any questions, please ask. I'll either answer them as they come along or answer them at the end. But now I'd like to get into where aromatherapy and massage comes into this and how helpful it can be with the mental side of things. So I've already explained how massage and aromatherapy can help with the physical aspects of things and with our body and our physical well-being. But it has a massive role in maintaining and improving our mental health well-being too. So let's start with massage. Just the simple act of the physical, non-sexual touch, it's really healing. Hugs are essential. Hugs are healing. And the same goes with the actual physical touch of the massage. So, when you come for a massage, it's very soothing to have another human being touching you in just friendly, non-sexual way. Yes, sex healing too, but it's not what I offer, okay? That's something you have to sort out for yourself. But that kind of just friendly way of holding the space, of soothing the body, of through the massage, letting go of the traumas that get stored in our body, the psychological trauma, mental traumas that get stored in our body. The massage can really help with letting go of that, of removing that. And it, on a kind of physiological level as well, what it does to your endorphins, to your hormones, so it lifts mood, it's soothing, it soothes anxiety, it soothes depression, it reconnects you with the world, reconnects you with another human being, which is really important for our mental health, that we kind of wired to connect to other humans. We are herd animals, like we need community. We can't live in isolation. It makes us ill. That's why being in isolation cell is a punishment, it's not good for us. It's not nice to us. We need to connect with other beings, other human beings. Yes, it's nice to be around animals and stuff, and it can be definitely very healing, very soothing, but it's something about connecting with other humans that's just so powerful. And massage is one way of doing that, so yes, it can release your physical tensions and some, injuries and health problems, but it's also very important when it comes to mental health. Especially if you, in a point of your life when you're struggling with connecting with other people, when you're struggling to feel vulnerable in front of others and talking about your stuff, and that if we don't open to others, we're not really connecting. We might have some polite conversations about weather and football and movies or whatever, but real connection has to be felt, and that grows from our vulnerability, from ours, when we both, or if it's in a group, when we all open to each other, when we share who we truly are, that's when we connect. And sometimes that connection can be done without words. That's where hugging comes in. That's where massage comes in. And so if you're in space in your life and you're not feeling ready to open up to other people about what's going on for you because it's still too raw, too painful. Massage can be very healing way, very kind of the first step in connecting to others. It will help you to overcome those fears and will help you to learn how to become more vulnerable and empowered within yourself. I mean, this is such a big subject. I could talk about this for hours. But that's where massage comes in. Now with aromatherapy, it just takes it to another step. You can either apply it through massage, or it can be just through smells, self-application when you make your own creams and body butters. And, I have videos on Facebook explaining how to do that. And if you have any questions, just please ask. And I have already explained how aromatherapy works, and how we absorb it and the different ways of using aromatherapy. So feel free to go and visit that video later. But today I'll be talking about how aromatherapy can affect our mental well-being and mental health. So there are different oils with different properties, and different oils are good for different things. So for example, marjoram, it's really, really good oil for high states of anxiety, for depression, for grief. It's just very soothing. The smell itself, when you just smell it, especially if you're in good mood, it's just herby, and there's nothing special about it. But from experience, I can tell you that when you are in that low moment, when you do feel in pain and hurt, when you smell it, it brings relief. It's hard to describe, but suddenly it smells like the best thing in the world, and it smells amazing. And of course, you can use it in combination with other oils that brings even more soothing. So sandalwood, for example, it's very calming. Frankincense, again, very calming, very grounding. Of course, there is lavender, which is quite soothing. Lavender kind of people usually love it or hate it, and do experiment with where you get your oils from, because they can be quite different when it comes to the smells. But there's so many different oils. Like if you want something more uplifting, then there are the citrusy oils, which kind of literally bring joy to your life, because they make you salivate. Like you just fancy an orange, and it brings thoughts of sunshine to your mind, and it's very kind of light, uplifting scent. And then there is of course, like rosemary and eucalyptus, the kind of bit minty, sharper ones, or peppermint, which are quite refreshing and kind of bring focus in. So they all have different properties, different kind of ways of uplifting us, whether it's through the smell or actually through application to your body, because then it works on the physiological aspect of our mental health, because how we feel is a lot linked to our nervous system. It's linked to our endocrine system, so meaning hormones. So, they kind of affect each other. It's not a one-way system. So the nervous system is just responsible for your mental health, and that's it. Or your hormones, how you feel just depends the day up and down. Actually, it works both ways. So the feelings initiate firing of the nerves. The feelings, how you feel, the moods can affect your hormones, your digestive system. Yeah, your immune system, it works both ways. They interconnected. It's one whole system that works. They cannot be separate, and they cannot be separated. And therefore, I believe so strongly in treating the whole body and mind together holistically. And that's why I love working in a Highgate Holistic Clinic, because we have so many different treatments, talking therapies as well as physical therapies, as well as kind of healing modalities, because they all work together on kind of body, mind, soul, or spirit, or whatever you believe in. So I know for myself, me getting better wasn't just massage. It was massage, and it was aromatherapy, and it was theta healing and Reiki and acupuncture and homeopathy and Greenberg method and naprapathy, and of course very important role was played by NLP hypnotherapy, and that's why I'm studying it at the moment and about to finish. So I want provide that for my clients too, that I can provide kind of holistic treatment of the body with my massage and aromatherapy, which treats the body and the mind and the soul to some level. And then of course we all have energy, we all channel it one way or another. Some people call it Reiki, some people call it or Qi in Reiki, or some people call it Qi in Tai Chi or Qigong. You have energy channeling through Theta and all sorts of different energy healing modalities, but we all have it. We all have that energy, we all can channel it. It's just about focus. And that can be brought up by breathing techniques and just focusing your mind. And yes, to a certain level, I use that too. And then there is going to be that NLP hypnotherapy that I can bring in to work with people's minds and deep-seated beliefs and limiting beliefs and negative kind of emotions and beliefs that I can help to release traumas, phobias, all sorts. So bringing all that together, it's just so powerful and so effective. And as I said, it can initially work with kind of releasing what we've already accumulated and get ourselves better, but it then also can work in prevention. Hello, Yanni. And kind of helping to maintain our physical health and mental health once we achieve it with all those therapies. I think in the future I might actually talk about all these different therapies separately to kind of explain more what they're about, from the physical, mental, spiritual level, all of them, those that I've used from experience, so I can actually tell you how they helped me personally and how I think they can help you. But for now, the combination of massage, aromatherapy, really, really helpful when dealing with the mental health aspects of our being, as well as the physiological. And if you have any particular question about your particular situation, about your particular condition, if you're not my client already, please feel free to come for just a consultation, or you can join my membership, and where you get free consultation anyway, and then of course you get personalized advice continuously throughout your membership, and as well as discounts on my services. And that brings me to the end. If you have any questions on what I've been talking about, please do ask, whether it's now, so I can answer them now, or you can later comment on a video if you're watching it later. You can send me a private message on Facebook or email, text. If this has touched you in any way, you want to share it with someone you think would benefit, please do. And yeah, anything that has brought up for you that you'd like to talk to me about, just do. And yeah, I'm Christina Mendez-Mathieva from KMM Serenity Therapies. I'm based at Highgate Holistic Clinic, and I help people to get better and feel better in their lives, to manage and resolve their pain, whether it's physical or mental, and I do that through the medium of massage, which I combine deep tissue, trigger point, Swedish massage with aromatherapy, hot stones, and now including very shortly NLP hypnotherapy too. And I also run courses, I teach courses, one-to-one courses in massage for people who just want to learn how to massage their loved ones without becoming a professional therapist, as well as helping qualified therapists to build up their confidence. And as I mentioned, I'm running that membership to just help people in personal way, on personal kind of one-to-one level. Any questions, just pop them up. Enjoy the rest of this beautiful Saturday. It really feels like a spring now with the birds singing, and sun shining and flowers popping out all over. So go and smell the flowers. That's very good for your mental health, that's for sure. Having joy and little pleasures in life. So have fun, and I shall see you next week. Bye bye.